that there is such thing as like Chinese way of fighting or the Japanese way of fighting or whatever way of fighting, because unless human being have 3 arms and 4 legs, we will have a different form of fighting. But basically, we have only 2 hands and 2 feet. So styles tends to not only separate man, because they have their own doctrines, and then the doctrine became the gospel truth, that you cannot change, and but if you do not have styles, if you just say, well, here I am, as a human being, how can I express myself totally and completely? Now that way, you won't create a style, because style is a crystallization, that way it's a process of continuing growth.
You talk about Chinese boxing. How does it differ from, say, our kind of boxing?
Well, first we use the feet,
That's
and then we use the elbow, and
use the thumb.
you name it, man.
You use it all.
You have to, you see, because that is the expression of the human body. Everything. Not just the hand. And when you're talking about combat, well, if it is a sport, now you're talking about something else. You have regulations, you have rules. But when you're talking about fighting, as it is, with no rules,
not real fighting,
well then, baby, you better train every part of your body. And when you do punch, now I'm leaning forward a little bit, hoping not to hurt any kind of angle. You gotta put the whole hip into it and snap it and get all your energy in there and make this into a weapon.
I don't want to tangle you in any dark right now. You came at me pretty fast there. What is the difference between Chinese boxing and what we see these young men doing at 8 o'clock every morning on the rooftops in the parks called shadow boxing, which they're always...
Well, actually, you see, that is part of Chinese boxing.
Yes.
There are so many schools.
Everybody here seems to be, going like this all the time.
Well, that's good. I'm very glad. I'm very glad to see that, because at least somebody is caring for their own body, right?
Yeah.
That's a good sign. Well, it's a kind of a slow form of exercise, which is called pt.4.